Hello, my fellow humans.
Hi guys, Stephanie again,
It's Justin.
and Sophia
She's
eating
feeding.
like she always does,
Eat, poop, and sleep.
all the time. So this is a very requested video. A lot of people want to hear about the delivery, labor, and then the aftermath of it. So this shall be that video. Let's see. She's born on the 31st. Which is Monday. She's born Monday morning at
1:30.
yeah, at 1:25 or 1:30, I can't remember. On Monday morning, the 31st, I went into labor Sunday morning at pretty much the same time. So I was
You went in at 12, and then we got released
yeah.
about 1.
Yeah, we went in the first time at 12, and then I wasn't dilated at all, but I was having contractions, but they really weren't that strong. But I still wanted to go see how it was going. We saw the contractions on the computer and everything. How long did I stay for? What time did we end up coming home?
Like 2:30.
Yeah,
Right?
about 3 o'clock we ended up coming home because they gave me the option of staying and laboring.
And we chose to go
We're
home
going
and go
home.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Try
I
to.
only slept for 30 minutes. This dude was out, like passed out, asleep. I woke up probably about 30 minutes later. We finally, yeah. And so I went to take a bath, and I was in so much pain. I called the nurse to see if we could come back in. I wasn't trying to wake up Justin if I didn't have to. Because technically he was still working another job then, so he would have to be at work that night. So called her, let her know, the nurse, and she talked to Dr. Sweeney, who said that I could come in. I went in here. Was I crying when I woke you up? I remember saying babe a couple times. I was trying to wake him up.
I don't know. No, you weren't crying.
Oh, yeah. I was crying in the bathroom when I was on the phone with her. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I was in some pain, and it was not going away at all. They were so close together, and it hurt so bad. But yeah, woke up. I think I drove myself the second time because he was pretty much still asleep.
Yeah,
Plus
you
the
did
first
drive.
time.
Yeah.
The first time we drove to the hospital, before that morning, he was like taking forever, trying to get his phone charged before we could leave the driveway. I was so annoyed. So the second time he was half asleep, and I drove myself while he slept on the way to the hospital through the contractions.
I mean, you drove, so I figured you had it.
So we get there. My mom met us there. They went and checked me, and I was 2 centimeters. And because I progressed so quickly between leaving and coming back, which was about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, I think. I think I got admitted at like 7. That they just decided to keep me. Dr. Sweeney said I could stay because I was 2 centimeters, even though they usually only keep you when you're 5. Got admitted. I think when they were wheeling me to the room is when they said, "Do you want your epidural?" And I was like, yes. Yeah. I want the medicine now. I'm a big baby, obviously. Getting there. I think the worst part about the epidural was the fact that I had 2 contractions while she was doing it. The lady was amazing. I really didn't feel anything.
She did a good job.
Yeah, she did a great job. It was like a little pinch. She talked through everything. I was crying because I, like, 2 contractions during the whole thing hurt so bad, and you can't move when you're getting an epidural. And Justin was talking about how big the needle was.
Yeah, it was super huge, super long.
And I was trying not to think about this huge, because I looked it up ahead of time, trying to not think about this huge needle going into my back, and anything could happen. You know, I'm a scaredy cat, be paralyzed and all that kind of stuff. But after I got it, OMG, literally, praise the women who have babies without epidurals, because that epidural was amazing. Like, and then they didn't even tell us that, like, I could keep pushing the button and getting extra, like,
I knew.
I didn't know there was a button to keep getting drugs and stuff. So when they came in and checked me a couple times, eventually I started to feel stuff, and they were like, "You could feel this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, then you need more medicine." So they showed me how to push it. My epidural was great, though. I could still move my legs. I could sit up and down with my bottom if I needed to. I just couldn't feel anything down there. I probably couldn't have walked. They wouldn't have gonna let me walk, but it was great. It was a great epidural. I was in labor for 24 hours, pretty much.
Yeah.
All of Sunday.
That was a long 2 days.
Yeah, it felt like forever that we were in the hospital. Sunday moved by super slow. Got my water broken. Sophia had already pooped while in there, so there was a little bit of meconium when they broke my water. Everything was fine. Throughout the day, I was still moving slowly, so they gave me some Pitocin, sped things up. Eventually, into Monday morning, they came in, checked me. I was 10 centimeters. They were also worried because her heart rate was at 200 and it wasn't coming down.
That was a scary moment.
Yeah,
Very
super scary. Because she had already pooped. There was already so much stuff going on that when they said that, it was even more scary. So they told me that I either needed to push her out somewhat quickly or I'd have to have a C-section. And I was trying everything not to have a C-section. So I said, let's do this. I think Dr. Sweeney left the room and it was just the nurses, and we went ahead and started pushing. And I did good. I'm proud of myself. I pushed her out pretty quickly. Like,
it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, if that. I feel like it was like 30 minutes just because I started off slow. Like,
yeah, you did start off slow.
But then once I got the groove,
pushing, yeah.
Oh, once I got in the groove, I didn't even wait for them to finish counting, because you push down to 10, right? 3 times. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. It's all somewhat of a blur to me. So you push down 10 seconds 3 different times. So then you have to wait and breathe in between. I wasn't waiting. I could feel them coming now. So I was just going. I was more worried about her. I wanted her out. Like, I knew there was something wrong for her heart rate to be at 200 and not coming down. So by the time Dr. Sweeney made it back in there, I think y'all were saying her hair and everything was already out. And he was like, I remember him saying, oh, so it's time, or we're ready. Oh, she's already coming out. And I'm like, oh yeah, we were doing this with or without you, doc. Like, yeah. So my nurses were amazing. They were super supportive and nice. So yeah, Justin annoyed me. I'm glad my mom stayed in there because Justin annoyed me because he was like, only a few more. And
from where her head was, it was only a few more, but then you kind of stopped and then she just sucked right back into you.
I know.
Vagina. So I was like, well.
I was like, a few means 2. So unless it's 2 more pushes, stop telling me a few.
It was like 4 more pushes after that.
And my mom was like, just a couple more. You've got this. Oh yeah, my mom stayed in there. I thought it was just going to be Justin in there. Oh no, I'm so glad she stayed because
I think I did an amazing job.
He did a great job. He was very supportive, talking me through it, telling me I'm doing a good job. I think I held your hand the whole time. Yeah. I don't like that they didn't let me sit up so I couldn't really see anything. But yeah.
It's like, yeah.
So, they had to use a little bit of suction to get her out. Not a lot.
Is that when they stuck the suction on her head?
Yeah, so they used that for the last bit of my pushes. Maybe 3 pushes she had suction on. And she came. Yeah, Justin was like, "You messed my baby's head up."
It was all eggy.
So she came out. Oh, I didn't add that because she had already pooped and her heart rate was so high, they already had respiratory there for her just in case, which I'm really glad they did, because when she came out, she was covered in poop. Like, that's what Justin and my mom said. So much meconium. Like, you couldn't even tell what color she was. She had pooped so much in there. She was green. And she was in distress.
She was green.
So, they had respiratory there. And I didn't get to hold her right away, which was not part of my birth plan. But I'm really glad that she's okay. It really sucked because you want that bonding time right away. Like, Justin didn't get to cut the cord. But they suctioned her for about 30 minutes. Like, I didn't get to hold her for about 45 minutes after having her. They had already sewn me up. I tore really bad because I pushed her out so quickly. Justin and my mom stayed next to me. Justin went over there and saw her. after they were done and when she was under the heat lamp. It was really scary. Yeah, I'm just really glad that I did get... She's snoring. I'm really glad that everything turned out okay, though. It was really scary. But Justin was awesome. Justin...
Well, thank you.
Justin went
It was
over
a very
there.
Scary moment.
My
But
mom was
everything worked
awesome. My
out.
mom stayed next to me the whole time while they
Yeah.
sewed me up.
Your mom did
Tried to
an
make
awesome job.
Yeah, tried to make jokes to the doctor. He did not think I was funny
He was
while he was sewing me up.
weird. All our doctors are weird.
After that, because they thought that she was too small, she weighed 6 pounds 5 ounces, was 19 inches. So Justin was only around 6 pounds when he was born. I was around 6 pounds when I was born. I didn't think she was gonna be a big baby. What? They kept being worried that she was so small. She really wasn't that small.
Nah, she wasn't. She was just tiny.
Yeah,
That
but
was it.
she was long.
Yeah.
I feel like she was super long and
She was
skinny.
like me. Like when I was born, I was just
Yeah.
long and just small.
But so I think the worst part in the hospital was that they checked
She's
her
my twin.
sugar. They checked her sugar for the first 24 hours every 2 hours. So she would be asleep, even though I had to wake up and feed her anyways. It would just suck because they came in at inconvenient times to check her sugar. Like, constantly, she did so good, though. She didn't cry every time. Pricking her foot, though, that was a lot of stress. Her temperature kept going up and down. That was stressful. But the room was hot, and we
And the
learned...
heartbeat was going up and down too.
Yeah, her heart rate was going up and down. But we've come to realize once you learn about your child, she's a hot baby. She stays hot. Like, we have to keep the air conditioning going. If she gets upset, she gets hot. So that was another reason why her temperature was going up and down. So yeah, her sugar, her heart rate. Oh, she had jaundice, which most babies do. But the nurses were not communicating that very well with me, making me very angry. But yeah, everything turned out good. I think, yeah, it was the night she came out. God, Sunday felt like such a long day because we had her Monday, because we had her so early in the morning that Monday felt so long that we thought we had her on Sunday.
And we was going to get discharged.
Yeah, I thought we were getting discharged.
Day, but we had to wait another day.
No, I thought we were getting discharged on Tuesday, but we didn't get discharged till Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
So technically we were there from Sunday till Wednesday.
Well, they told us since we gave birth that Monday morning, we still had to wait like a full extra day or something like that.
I was like, oh my God. So I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. I had the baby blues, not postpartum depression. Luckily, I didn't have to go through that extreme. But I did have the baby blues, and it started that Monday night. I think when you got home or got to the hospital from work. He took a shower at the hospital, got out of the bathroom, and I was already crying. Like, after the ball dropped, after my mom and Walter left, I was already crying. And it wasn't crying because I was sad. I was just, there's so many emotions. Like, I just loved her so much. And I started thinking about everything. Like, there's no more baby in your body. I'm going to have to go back to work. I literally had so much love for her that that's all I could do was smile and cry. And I'd cry because I just wanted to hold her. And I wanted to do everything with her. Latching was really easy for me. Breastfeeding was really easy for me. Of course, it hurt in the beginning. My babies hurt a lot, but she did so good with latching on and my milk coming in that was somewhat of a breeze, besides the fact that I feel like I'm a cash cow all the time and that's all she wants is my boobs. But the baby blue stayed for about 2 weeks. I would have it whenever we got home. When Justin would get home from work, that was my time. I'd go take a shower. He'd watch her. And I would just take a shower and I'd sit in there. And that was my alone time. Luckily, my mom came over almost every day for the first week or two. Mm-hmm. Made sure I ate. Made sure I was okay. I called her so many times crying when Sophia was crying. She was a decent baby, though. But there was just a couple times that she would just cry. She was getting used to the world. Justin had a hard time because all she wanted was my boob those first couple of weeks. It took a while to get her flow. God, she did have a lot of stuff going on. So they suctioned her so much that she has a raspy noise. So she woke me up at like 6 o'clock the next week. And what? Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Well, no, all I know is that we really couldn't sleep at night because of her throat problems.
It sounded bad to
Really
begin with.
bad.
It sounded like she was going to stop breathing. And you're already a new parent anyways, so that's not the stress you want to add on. So I think we had our lactation consultant on like Monday, which I highly recommend for any woman who's going to breastfeed, because they literally weighed her before I fed her that morning and weighed her after she ate from each boob. Tells you how much milk you got, how much she weighed. That was amazing. But back to the point of the story. So we took her that Tuesday. I stayed awake from 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. I waited till they opened. I called them and I said I want an appointment today. Matthews Children's Clinic is amazing, by the way. They got me an appointment at like 8:12, so we were there. Her doctor's amazing. They had an appointment with her with the ears, nose, and throat, and we took her that same day. Justin had to hold her because I was crying and I was a hot mess. But they basically,
cried too.
they stuck this. What was it? A light? I didn't even watch, to be honest with you guys.
Like a tiny microscope.
Down her nose or down her throat?
Down her nose, because the nose travels to the throat.
And the doctor, after they were done with everything, like, I took Sophia, I cuddled her. I have no idea anything the doctor says. The only thing I heard is she's not going to stop breathing. And Justin had to take over and be the parent and ask all the questions, because I was crying holding her because she was screaming. Oh my God, it was so horrible. But it's good. She just has a floppy epiglottis, if anyone knows. So she kind of sucks down on it because it's a little bit bigger. He also thinks it's because they irritated it when they had to suction her so much when she came out. But she's good.
Baby throat up. They messed it up.
They needed to, though. They needed to suction all that stuff out from her lungs. But
it has gotten a lot better.
It sounds a lot better. She still does it every now and again, more when she gets worked up or like is trying to laugh and like gets excited. She does it. When she sleeps, it sounds so much better. She snores a little bit, but so much better. And she really, knock on wood, hasn't had any other problems. No. She's gaining weight perfectly. She's laughing. She's interacting with things now.
She's using her hands a lot more.
Yep. She won't take a passy.
Nope. She's taking a bottle a lot better now.
She takes a bottle amazing now, because we've learned that it has to be my body temperature, which most babies like that, but she takes it from Justin great. She'll cuss a little bit in the beginning.
She don't want no cold milk.
No, she don't like cold milk. She ain't one of those babies.
Has to be warm.
Shout out to Monica for getting my bottle warmer. You a real G. So yeah, we use the Avent bottles. It's the only thing she'll take. She latches on to them, literally like she has a boob. Yeah. And I did a pumping video. We'll upload that one later.
You did a pumping video?
Why would you be in the pumping video?
Why would you be in the pumping video?
No, I didn't do a video of me pumping. I did a video of me talking about what I used to pump. You weirdo. Yeah. Is there anything you want to talk about that you want to add about the hospital that I left out? A lot of it was a blur. Like I said, I tore really bad. The first couple weeks were bad. He was so great, though. Like, letting me take my showers, asking if I was okay. That little Perry bottle that you put warm water or regular water in, he would make sure it was filled for every time I went to the bathroom for pretty much the first month. Like, he was amazing with that. I would go to the bathroom because I'd forget to refill it, and he'd already refill it for me. He'd make sure I had pads in there.
Yeah, big diapers.
Yeah, basically big diapers. That's what I lived in. They were so comfortable, though. Like, that's something you're in, like, those mesh panties and everything. Take them all home. Oh, that's one thing that was funny. When we were leaving the hospital, you pretty much pay for everything anyways. So I told him to take all the diapers and the wipes that they put in the drawer. And he's like, are you sure we're allowed to take all this? And I'm like, you should wait till you see my hospital bill. You better take all of them. And he's like, but are you sure? Because we had, like, 3 or 4 of those small newborn packs in the drawer that they kept putting in there for me.
Oh, yeah.
So I made sure he took all 4 of those.
Yeah.
I was like, we're paying for them?
I felt very bad. Really bad.
No. You're paying for them, you take them. Just like I took home more, I asked for more mesh panties. I took home more pads. I even took one of the blankets, the really big blanket. My hospital bill afterwards was ridiculous, even though my insurance paid some. So I was taking what I wanted because I paid for them. besides that, she's about to be 3 months now. We've pretty much, learned our flow. Yeah, she's doing a lot better. She sleeps most of the time 5 hours at night, which is good, or 5 hours at a time at night. I wouldn't say that I get 5 hours to sleep with that.
What time she goes to bed.
Yeah, she's asleep right now. She's got done eating a lot, so she'll probably be out for a little while. Yeah, so Sophia Madeline Stinson was born on December 31st. You see, I had to think about that. 2018. And now she'll always get to celebrate with New Year's Eve. We'll always tell her that the fireworks are for her and her party.
You know what's crazy?
What?
When her birthday comes around, her birthday comes right back again next year.
Yeah. And she's literally born on the last day of the year, so it's so weird because technically she was born last year.
But she has a birthday coming up.
But yeah, but she was technically... It's so weird because I feel like she should be older than she is, but not as old at the same time. I don't know. It's weird. These 3 months have flown by. I'm glad the first month's over, though. The first month, by far, is the hardest.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah.
But it's alright. We made that. Boom. I love you. Thanks for everything you did. I just want to let you and the world know how much I appreciate you.
I love you, too.
You helped me bring this beautiful baby.
Yeah, I'm a twin.
Into the world. Oh my God, he swears she looks like him. She doesn't look like him.
Everybody in the comments who...
If anybody knows my family, we all look alike.
Like I said, anybody in the comments, we're going to take a little poll, a little vote here and see who Sophia looks like.
That's the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe.